Right, so I thought I'd do a little short video again. This one is, what drum rug do I use? Basically, this is a Ikea polypropylene drum rug. It's not actually marketed as a drum rug, I must admit. It's a rug. It's polypropylene, so it's got a certain density and thickness to it. It doesn't stretch, okay? Not like some of those thin rugs that are made by certain manufacturers. You can see that I've taped it, okay? There's not a lot of room in here at the moment for me to really go to town on spreading this out, but basically I've put some tape on. That shows where my major rack foot goes. That's my kick pedal. There, up the front there, that's where the left spur of the bass drum is. That's where the right spur of the bass drum is, you see. So, and then that's where the other rack foot goes. And then down here, bass drum pedal and hi-hat. This goes pretty much to every gig with me. If I'm unsure that they've got carpet, I chuck it in. And so it enables me to have a nice firm surface. The reason I go with something that's this thick and not thicker and not thinner is because when I put the hi-hat and the bass drum pedals on it and the spurs from the bass drum go into it and all the stands sit on it, it actually stays, everything stays where it's put. Okay, if you have a rug that's quite thick, you'll find that the actual spurs, the teeth on the bottom of your bass drum pedal, the velcro on the bottom of your bass drum pedal, whatever is there, they sink into it in a way that they don't actually grip it very well, and it will actually end up with the stuff being able to travel. I find also with something like a protection racket drum rug that they're very thin, and so the actual spikes can go through onto a wooden floor and scratch it. Your average bar owner isn't going to be too worried, but if you're playing in a nice hotel, a community centre, or somewhere that has spent a fortune on their floor, they're really not going to like you very much when you take your rug up and they find out that you've scratched their floor. The other thing with this is that my entire rack, and if you've seen my rack, you'll understand that it can be quite heavy when it's loaded up, will fit on this rug. The only thing that doesn't fit is that my stool will have 2 feet of the base will be just off the back of the rug. It will slide on a wooden floor. So when I pull it, because the guitarist has turned up and said, "Oh, can you move over 6 inches?" All I've got to do is slide it on a wooden floor. I don't put this down on a carpeted floor. There's no point. It just rucks up, and it's just, there's no point in doing that to me. It's a waste of time. But on a tiled floor or on a wooden floor, I can pull this, get down on my hands and knees, grip the edge of it with both hands, and I can pull it, and I can slide it 6 feet if I need to. I can move it around the room, as long as it's only my kit on it. If I start putting other things on there, then obviously it gets too heavy to do that. But that all makes sense to me. That's why I use that rug, and that's why it's taped out. That's it. Cheers.